Hi everybody and welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time here. My name is Sara and I am coming to you from the south part of Sweden, and this is my little crafty corner of the YouTube where I talk about my textile and wool fiber knitting related hobbies. This is gonna be a bit of a different episode. I am at home with a kid that is sick today, and the dog is here. I have just given him a bone and the kid is upstairs playing a video game, so we might be a little bit interrupted, and I'm gonna try to do this a little bit quick. I have no makeup on, nothing. This is just me at home taking care of my kid. But this is how it's gonna be. I don't have a lot of time for YouTube. There is just so much stuff going on. There has been some sad stuff in the family. I won't get into that because I can't talk about it. The football season is on high speed right now, so there is a lot of training and games and like these cups and everything. So we have been away a lot on that. So yeah, I thought I have a day at home, so I will just pop in here really quick and talk about what I have on my needles and two things that is finished from the last time. There might be more, but I don't know. This is a finished object. This is my second Rota cardigan. This is a pattern by Sjösvärd. I have knitted this one also on 2.5 and 3mm needles, and this yarn is Pickles merino tweed, so it's tweedy and beautiful and super soft, and I really love it. I have put some coconut buttons on, and yeah, this little brooch is bought from Ingvild on her store Strickedetaljer, and this is a Ukrainian artist that makes prints and brooches, and I just love this little brooch. So that's a finished object. And another thing that I've finished since the last time is this cowl. This is the Veronica cowl by Marie Wallin. And this is knit from leftover yarns from my Primrose. So this is knit in British breeds and I really love it. I haven't worn it yet, but oh my god, this yarn is so soft and beautiful. I have changed some things in the pattern, but I have written everything down on my Ravelry page. So, and this is quite a wide cowl and I wanted a bit more of a tighter fit, so it wouldn't be very wide, so I took away about, I think, almost 40 stitches or 20. Yeah, it was very easily adapted, and I changed the color on the ribbing. Was a very bright blue. That's not my color, so I chose this silver birch color. And then yeah, I changed some of the colors in this part of the color work too, but everything is written down on my Ravelry page, so go check that out. This was a very quick and fun project. I love the yarn. I, as you know, love Marie Wallin's patterns, so super fun. This is from the same book as Primrose. So is that Gente maybe? Yeah. Yarn and books and everything is bought from 60 Garn and Nord here in Sweden. They have a great selection of Shetland yarn and Marie Wallin, and they also have Knitting for Olive and Colleen and yeah, a lot of things. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. It was a little bit of a video game crisis. So yeah, that's what I'm done with since the last time, I think. I have done some spinning. I have spun up almost everything of my Ullcentrum yarn wool, and right now on my spinning wheel there is this beautiful fiber from Hönor och Eir, eller Nutiden yarns. This is such a beautiful color. It's a little bit peachy beige with some hints of pink and yellow, and there is some orange. And this is taking me quite some time to spin up actually, because I haven't been sitting down with my spinning wheel for the last 2 weeks, but I'm sure I'll get to that soon. This is so soft and so beautiful. I mean, look at that fiber. It's just beautiful. So this is on my wheel right now. I really think this was a little bit harder to spin than my Ullcentrum yarn. I think this is maybe a mixture of more short-haired fibers. In my Ullcentrum yarn there was Gotland sheep wool, so that is maybe a little bit more strong. This is very, very fluffy, and I can't wait to get this done because it feels so soft and not at all that rustic as the Ullcentrum yarn or wool. So yeah, really looking forward to this to be ready. So yeah, that's on my spinning wheel. And as for knitting, I have 3 things on my needles, which is quite a lot for me, but this is my biggest project. This is also a pattern by Marie Wallin, and this is my right now long-term project. I am knitting it in this beige. It's a lot of beige here, I know, but this beige Jamieson and Smith yarn, also bought from 60 Garn and Node, and this is from Marie Wallin's book. Is it Gente maybe? Yeah, not the latest one. It's not the 2 newest one, but the 3rd one. And this is the Colleen cardigan. I will try to pop up a picture here or something of the finished cardigan. Unfortunately, the picture of the cardigan in the books aren't that great. You can't see like the texture that well, but I have knitted 2 sleeves, and this is so fun because the pattern on the sleeves is not at all the same as the pattern on the body. But this is 2 sleeves. I have knitted this one maybe like 7 centimeters shorter than the pattern was calling for. So this looks very, very short. But this cardigan has a really deep dropped shoulder and is very wide and boxy and very similar in shape as the yellow cardigan by Marie Wallin. So I have knitted my sleeve quite a bit shorter than the pattern because I don't want this to be like super long down on my hand. So if this turns out to be too short when I'm gonna sew it together, I can always just pick up these stitches and knit a few more centimeters, but I think this will be okay. So I have my 2 sleeves here waiting. So if they fit, I will just cast them off before I attach them to the cardigan. So this cardigan is knitted in pieces. So that's the sleeves. I have made 1 front piece. I mean, look at that cable pattern. So in the ribbing, there is these twisted stitches that creates these small cables, and that runs up in the ribbing for the neck and on the side, and there is some shaping to the shoulder. So this is going to be like this, and then the sleeves will be attached out here and sewn together. So this is 1 front piece, and this is a lot of cabling, a lot of cabling. So one front piece, both sleeves, and I have started the second front piece here. So I'm on a good way. I think I've done like 2 reports of the pattern, and I will do 6 before I start the shaping for this, and that was very fast. And then I only have like the big back piece, and the back piece is the same as the front, but it's double this size. So I'm gonna make like 2 front pieces but all together. So there is this line of ribbing in the middle, and then there is 2 pieces of cabling. So there is gonna be a lot of cabling, and that was gonna take some time, but I think when I'm done with the both front pieces and only have the back left, that could be my like really enjoying sitting down quiet knitting for this spring. And I just love it. I love this color. It's so heathered and beautiful, and I think this will be such a beautiful cardigan to have in my wardrobe. This one is also knitted on 2.5 and 3mm needles. So this one is, and another thing that I have on my needle is, so I need to buy more 3.0mm needles, because they, turns out they are getting a lot of use right now. But yeah, the Colleen cardigan by Marie Wallin in Jamieson and Smith. My second project on my needle is knitted in this beautiful, this is Järbo Select number 6. So this is a Swedish wool yarn that was a special edition yarn from Järbo that they released this autumn, I think. And I was kindly gifted 6 of these skeins to make a project of my choice, and this was, yeah, it must have been this fall actually. So I have been waiting for the perfect project, haven't found it, because an all white sweater, I have one of those and I don't use it that much because it's so light and I'm too afraid to ruin it and everything. But then I joined Squid School of Vintage Knitting on Patreon, and she is one of the most amazing pattern writers I've ever worked from. And she has a vest that is named the Scarecrow Vest. So this is my progress on my vest. There is not much left. I will just pick up the stitches for the neck and the sleeve openings and make the ribbing. But this is the Scarecrow Vest. And I mean, look at that structure in this yarn. It's just so beautiful. This is the 1930s, 1940s inspired pattern, so it has waist shaping and yeah. Hold on a second. Okay, so the dog wanted to go out, and we have some reindeer, no, not reindeers, oh my god. We have some deers running behind our house. So if they are there, he's gonna bark like a lot, and I will try to get him to shut up. But he's in a phase right now where he talks a lot and he barks a lot if there is any animals coming close to our house, or if we open the door and there is someone coming. So we are training a lot on that right now. Luckily, he's very good when we're out walking. He will never bark and do anything when we are out, but yeah, he's very protective of the home right now. Yes, the Scarecrow Vest by Squidly. I will write it in the show notes or on the screen. I don't know what I have time for, but yeah, this is the vest. Really love it, and this is so soft and so beautiful. I was actually a bit concerned when I knitted this and sewn the shoulder up if I liked it. So I have actually blocked the body of this before I pick up for the ribbing, because if I wasn't happy with the fit when I had blocked it, I could just rip it out before I had fastened all the ends or everything, but once blocked I actually really like it. So I'm gonna finish it and wear it for this spring. So that's my second project, and my third project is made from the same designer. I have been so obsessed with her patterns or vintage knitting generally because okay, the thing is, I have been living this whole winter in my, like I am today, black do you say pantyhose? No, stockings? Black, yeah, strumpbyxor we say in Swedish, and a black linen dress and a wool sweater, quite thick wool sweater, or like my cardigans. And that has been my outfit for all this winter, and all of a sudden the sun came out and I was like, it's gonna be spring soon. So truthfully, I got a little bit of panic because I just didn't know what to wear anymore. What will I wear this spring? And I was watching YouTube, and I love history. I love researching history, and found all of these amazing things about vintage knitting on these teeny tiny needles and thin yarn, and they were knitting blouses and structure and color work, but in very fine and thin yarn, so you can wear it all through spring, and sometimes actually in Sweden also in summer. And yeah, I was just so inspired, and then I joined the Squid School of Vintage Knitting on Patreon, and she has history lectures about different areas, and she talks about, yeah, all of the things history knitting can offer, and it's so interesting. And one of the goals this year for me is to slow down my process, and small needles, thin yarn, everything just clicks and fits all the boxes. So this project is her Homefront jumper. And the thing with her patterns is actually that you start all your works with filling in her body measurement chart. So every pattern is written in a way that you have to calculate yourself and measure yourself, so you're building the patterns on your measurements, and that is so cool, and that makes this available for everybody. However your body is shaped, this will fit you if you do your calculations and gauge swatches and yeah, everything. If you do that correctly, this will fit you because you knit it for your own body. So I dug out my thin. This is rauma lamullgarn. So this is not rauma final. This is lamullgarn. This is a very thin yarn. This is, let's see, 235 meters for 50 grams. This is the color 38. So this is a very light pink, and I have used a brown color for the color work. I don't have that skein here, but the color is 411, so 411. And I love this yarn so much. I got a few different colors from Lillemor at Limo Design when I was at Hantverksfestivalen in Stockholm this autumn. And this was one of the colors I got one skein of, so I actually ordered 5 more skeins of this color, and the brown one was also gifted by Lillemor as a tryout. Yeah, just try out the yarn and the new colors, and I really love it. It's very similar to rauma final that I really love, but it's a lot thinner. So I would say this is perfect for me. It's like 2.5, 2.75, or in this case 3mm needles. So this is my Homefront jumper. So I did some calculations. I have written down what I have done, now I have started the decreases for the body, so I try to keep everything as well written as I can for my notes, so I know that if I just hit the 28 stitches per 10 centimeter gauge, I know exactly how many stitches I will cast on and off and every adjustment I want to do. So this is my first like tryout, and if this fits well, this is a pattern I can use to just do whatever, color works, lace, just it's a blank page of what you can do. And it's so fun to go in on Ravelry to look at the Homefront jumper, because there is so many variations of color and texture. And at first I actually was thinking about making like this one is the bubbles, like little bubbles, but I didn't like the way that looked in this yarn. It was just too small and teeny tiny, so yeah, I did go for color work instead. So now this is on separate needles, and you can see here I have steam blocked this part just to see how that was turning out. So I haven't steam blocked it from here and up, but this is my Homefront jumper. So I have done the body and I have put the back on hold, and now I'm working on the front. So here I have my shapings for the armhole, and now I'm just gonna knit about 1.5 centimeters more before I cast off for the neck opening. And yeah, there is a little bit of a puff sleeve, so yeah, and it's a set-in sleeve, so that will be fun. I have never done a shaped, like a very shaped set-in. I have only sewn up like dropped shoulder sleeves before, so that is gonna be new, and I love to learn new things about knitting, so this is super fun right now. So this is also shaped in the waist, so you start out here and then you increase to your bust measurement, and then you cast off, shape this, and yeah, it's so well written and it's so fun. And she has actually hosted a knit along on her Patreon for this sweater last year sometime, but every video is still there, so you can just go and check that out, because she just goes through, my hair is all over the place, she goes through everything so in detail, and you get so much help from there. So I just want to show you one quick thing before I have to run off doing other things, and this is my project page in my like notebook for the Colleen cardigan, this one. And a tip that I have for you when you're gonna do, I won't show you the whole chart, but there is a lot of twists and turns and a lot of cabling. So this is how I do it. I color match every different, like this is all the different turns you do for the cabling, and that's a lot. So I've just written down some notes what every color is meaning, and then I color chart the chart, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to see if there is 2 or 3 or 4 and 1 stitches and which will go what way, because it's just a black and white chart. So that is my tip for keeping track of all of those turns and twisting and everything, because it's a lot. It's very, very much cabling in this. This hasn't been blocked yet, but yeah, really, really like it. I think this will be beautiful over a linen dress. Well, maybe autumn. Maybe autumn it will be done. Yeah, so right now I'm obsessed with my Homefront jumper, so this is what I'm currently knitting away on. And now this is dry after being blocked, so now I can pick up the stitches and then this will be done. So yeah, no stress. I will do that when I have the feeling for it. Yeah, this was quite a quick, I think quick, maybe it's not. I see that this third recording has been 11 minutes, so maybe it's a long episode anyway. But this is what I have on my needles. This is me just being at home, no makeup, no everything. I just need to do this super simple and easy if I'm gonna have the time to do this. So I hope that's okay. I hope I'm not too messy with everything because I don't have any notes, anything, but yeah. Hope you have a lovely time, and I really hope spring arrives to all of you soon, and yeah, talk to you soon. Bye!